Hey, this is Lonnie from Lonnie's Hot Rod TV. Follow along as we make these vlogs each day, and our editing skills will get better, my acting skills will get better, but we're going to go out into the shop. We're going to see what's happening today. I think it should be fun. Come on. So we've got some stuff happening now. Looks like we're moving everything out. We're going to take a car off the lift. So we're moving kind of everything out of the shop to get access. That's our Corvette there. Come on with me. We're going to bring this 56 down and put it on the frame today. It'll be fun. Follow along.
Fine.
Hey, here is a 1956 Feathercraft. This is my own personal project. One of my own personal projects. I want to make a nice little runabout with it. Polish the hull up. Do some really nice interior. I'm stepping over a truck bed, by the way. You know, some nice teak wood. I think it'll look really cool. Keep the vintage motor, paint up the trailer, maybe do a convertible top for it. I think it'll look sharp.
One.
This is the front end that came out of that 56. We did a straight axle in it. You'll see it in a little while. This is a 66 Mustang. I think we're going to do it a candy burgundy wine. That is what the 70 Mustang Eleanor started as. It actually drove in and we stripped it all the way down and then started with a whole new body. Come with me. I've got a 66 Impala convertible, and it has a poly fuel injection, and we're going to, it's having problems with it. It's missing at about 2,000 RPM. So I got to do some troubleshooting. I think it's a ground issue. That MSD6AL is probably my culprit, but I'm going to be looking into it. I've already done a little troubleshooting. I figured out it's part of the MSD between the distributor, the coil, and the digital 6AL. So we're going to do some troubleshooting. You'll follow along with that as well. Beautiful car. I've got a 56 Ford that we've done an air ride suspension underneath it. We've shortened the axle. We've raised the bed. We've widened the tires. So we had to widen the inside of the bed. We're currently in the process of wiring. So we do it all here. We've got all kinds of projects. You can see the dash. You know, we added the vents, we added the center console. Pretty neat car. This one's also getting a Phytech fuel injection, so we've got that going on too. Come with me, I got more. So here's a 39 Chevy. We've replaced all the floor. We replaced about everything from 6 inches down. The 4 fenders, we kind of had to buy some spare fenders to put them together because they were so rusty. And come inside, I'll show you some of the things in the paint booth. So here you'll see we've got a lot of the inner fenders and outer fenders of the 39 that we're getting ready to paint. So they're all, well, we're getting ready to primer. So we'll primer all this, we'll sand it one more time, and then we'll be going to paint. So this is a 65 GMC. We've got some corners to go on it and some rockers, and we got them from brotherstrucks.com. So I got some really nice products here to go onto it. This will be the corner that replaces that right there. And I got a rocker and I've got a floor to go in there. We'll have to make a couple other pieces, like there's a couple holes up here. But there's another project going on, a 65 GMC. So here we're in the metal shop where we're loaded up with frames. I've got the 65 GMC here. We're going to make some modifications on it, correcting the rear bumper. We'll probably do a lower ride height. The 56 Ford Vicky, that's the straight axle frame. We'll be digging that out here shortly because we're going to put it under the 56 today to see how the wheels sit in the wheel well. We're probably going to modify the quarter panel. Underneath it, which I know you can't see from your angle, is a 30 Chevy frame, which is the frame from the 30 Chevy, but it's the original one. We're going to be building a lower frame, a Z frame. If you turn around, behind you is a 66 Mustang coupe, but it's going on a 06 Roush Mustang chassis. So we've cut the body off the 06 Mustang, and we're welding the 66 Mustang on top of it. So we're up to the point of actually putting on the dash, and the 06 dash is bolting in. We've made a couple modifications, and we're fitting the 66 count over it. We're going to have some complications with the air conditioners, but stay tuned and we'll see how we resolve that. Behind me is Eleanor. Eleanor is, you know, getting a whole new facelift. The back of the car is where we've been concentrating the most on. We've widened the fender flares by 2 inches. I think it's an inch wider, and then an 1 5/8 fender flare. So 2 5/8 inch wider on each side. It's got an Art Morrison chassis. It's got a Kaze 572 motor, Hemi style motor in it. Reminds you of the Boss 429 because it's got the Boss heads on it. And below it is Gus's S10 frame, and it has most of all its brackets in place, so we're actually going to be taking the cab off here shortly and putting it on this chassis and making whatever minor adjustments we have to. So here's Eleanor. Hopefully you got a good shot of the back of the tail fin and the tail light. I've got an inner fender going inside here, and it's huge, 15 inches wide for the 14-inch wide tire. You can kind of see the fender flare. We're going to be doing side pipes here, so it'll fill in this lower section. The front fenders will get flared out, and the entire front end will get rechanged. So stay tuned to see that one as well. So Rocker, which is the part of my shirt, is the car that we've been building. We made modifications to it even after it was done. We chopped the frame and lowered it even more. So continue to watch with Rocker as you see it progress. And it's kind of an inspiration, parts of it are going to be inspiration of what the 30 is going to look like too. So this is a 32 that we've done a paint job. We've got a couple of frame touch-ups we're going to do. It's been at the shop getting wiring done and interior, so those are also 2 things we do. So here's a 67 Camaro. We've stripped it down. We're getting ready to put it in primer sealer, and we're going to paint it. In the 80s, I think that's correct. This owner of this car's father had this car restored, painted, and so the son now wants to put it back just as his father did. The same stripes, the same colors, the same everything. Keep it as his father built it. A really cool story. I've met his father. His father, was a veteran of the Vietnam War, so I'm very proud that he served for our country, and I'm proud that I'm doing work for the car. So stay tuned on this one as well. So this one here is our own project. It's a 71 Corvette, and you kind of get a sneak peek here. You can see the fender flares. You can see the C6 Corvette seat rockets. If you look at the back panel, you can see where there's a Le Mans gas cap going in. And those hood scoops are actually from a 65 Mercury. So stay tuned on this one. It's pretty exciting as it goes along as well.